Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brian here. How's everyone doing tonight? So I just made my a election update video, and I wanted to make this video solely talking about something. This video isn't going to be too long. Before I get into this video, before I start commenting on anything about this, I want everyone to know I am far from a Trump supporter. I think Donald Trump is probably the worst president in my lifetime, responsibility-wise. He's the second worst economically. But he is terrible. He's a terrible man, terrible president. I think he doesn't belong anywhere near the White House. He belongs in prison for the rest of his life. And I think that after what he did on January 6th, should disqualify him from the presidency and from any other office, whether it be elected or appointed in this country. I think he should be in the jail cell. But I want to comment on something. I want to make my opinion clear on this, and I want to make it bold. So, as many people know, Donald Trump was just kicked off the Colorado state ballot. The Colorado Supreme Court said that after what he did on January 6th, it was unconstitutional, so he's removed from the ballot, both in the primary election and in the general election. He's not going to be on the ballot. And now California is talking about doing the same thing there. Not that Trump would stand much of a chance at winning California in the general election, but they are talking about doing the same thing there. Now, in my own personal vendetta, like my own Brian Gary's personal opinion, I don't think he should be allowed on the ballot. I don't think he should be able to fall and run for office at all. I think he disqualified himself because he's a felon. But I'm going to stick up for him on this occasion. And I know it sounds terrible, and trust me, I am not a Trump supporter whatsoever. He's the last person I'd ever vote for. Yeah, he would. He's the last person. I'm never going to vote for him in general, primary, anything. Ever. I think he is a threat to democracy and our own personal liberty. I think he's a horrible, horrible, corrupt man. I think he was a terrible president. He has terrible policies. But I am going to stick up for him on this Colorado thing. And like I said, in my own personal vendetta, I don't think that he should be allowed on the ballot anywhere. But you're not going to defeat Donald Trump by stuffing by removing him from ballots. You're just not. Gavin Newsom, who is far from a Trump supporter, totally opposite beliefs, stuck up for him. Chris Christie, who's very much anti-Trump, he just stuck up for him. So I feel that if I don't say something, I just feel wrong. You know, if this were the Republicans doing this to the Democrats, they'd be freaking out right now. And all this is going to do is cause trouble. You know, no matter how much a candidate is hated, you cannot defeat a candidate by trying to remove their names off ballots. That's no better than what the two-party system is doing right now to keep no labels and RFK Jr. off the ballots. I will stick up for a candidate even how much I hate them and how wrong they are when there is wrong being done. This should not have happened, and if California does it, it's wrong too. It's not. The best way to defeat Donald Trump is by going out and campaigning and getting more votes than him. That's the best way to defeat Donald Trump. Not through removing him off ballots or making ballot access tough for him. It's by getting more votes than him. That's simple. In each state. That's all it is. And coming from me, trust me, I've said this in multiple other videos, I am far from a Trump supporter. I think he is one of the most worst presidents in all U.S. history. He's a threat to our personal liberties, and he's a threat to democracy. He's a terrible man. I believe that he should be nowhere near the White House. I don't even think he should be within 20 miles of the White House. I think he should be in a prison for the rest of his life. But you're not going to defeat him by trying to remove him off ballots and making ballot access tough for him and stuff. You're not going to do that. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work like that. You need to get more votes than him. So, I'm just saying, Colorado, I would reverse your decision. Otherwise, I think you're only going to help Trump. There's a lot of Democrats and Republicans thinking this too. That's only going to help him. Because now he's going to be able to use this. He's going to be able to go out and say, Trump's going to be able to go out and say, they're removing me from the ballot because I'm your hero. They don't want you to succeed, so they're removing me from the ballot. He's going to be able to use that and get more votes like that. Now there's probably going to be even more independents that are going to start liking him for that. So all I'm saying is, don't let this happen, people. In this case, Trump is never right, ever. But in this decision, Trump, I will praise him because, I'm not praising him, but he is right in this decision. He is right. He should not have been removed from that ballot. And if California does the same thing, they're no better. Because this is just going to be a back and forth. Because mark my words, if you start seeing 4 or 5, let's say there's 4 or 5 states, let's just say California and Massachusetts and New York decide that they're going to follow Colorado and they're going to remove them from the ballot too. Mark my words, you're going to start seeing Republican-controlled Supreme Courts in this country remove them from the ballot. You're going to see Florida, in Texas and other states and stuff remove Democrats from the ballot. Do you really want this to happen? I mean, this is the dying of democracy right here. Trump's a threat to democracy, and so is Biden in many ways, but removing candidates from ballots, that's a real threat to democracy. And this is coming from someone who hates Donald Trump, who would never vote for him. It is. Trying to remove candidates from ballots. I've been saying this for months because they've been trying to do it to RFK Jr. and the No Labels movement, making ballot access tougher and tougher. This is the dying of democracy, and we can't let this happen. So people, go out, I don't know what to say, protest. Not violently. Do not do anything violent whatsoever. But go out and hold a sign on the side of the street and say what they're doing is wrong. Tweet something on Twitter. Go on Instagram and post a video. Go on YouTube and post a video. Write your local state representative and your local Supreme Court and say, this is wrong. You might not be able to do this, but this is, people, if we are not careful, we're going to lose our country and our democracy. If we're not careful, we cannot keep, this is the dying of democracy. And in many cases, I just don't know. It's just wrong. I'm not, just, the best thing we can do, write your Supreme Court letters. Not that they're going to listen, but write them letters. Send them letters saying, don't do this. And I honestly do hope the federal Supreme Court overturns this, because this is wrong. It's severely wrong, and this is coming from someone who is not a Trump supporter whatsoever. Alright, everyone, that's it for this video. Sorry about my little rant. Sorry if you disagree with me. And I want to say this for the 100th millionth time. I am not a Trump supporter. I will never vote for him in a million years. But the Colorado's decision was extremely, extremely, extremely wrong and a bad decision on their behalf. I think this is only going to help Trump, unfortunately. And in my own personal vendetta, like I said, I don't think he should be allowed to run, but I can't stop that, unfortunately. So, alright everyone, that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on him being removed from the Colorado ballot. Let me know in the comment section. And alright, so this is it for this video. So, as always, please like this video, please share this video, please leave a comment on this video, and most importantly, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, thanks for watching everybody, and have a good night.